Well, we're back once again with Corpse Party 2 Satsuki's Heart. For possibly. With the demo. We're put with possibly the last time for the demo if we are able to accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. I've decided that going forward after this stream, I will start, other than my Japanese streams, like Japanese learning streams, I'll be doing streams where I go over the individual Corpse Party games and building up to Corpse Party, to Darkness. Darkness is something. I can never remember the name. It's been a day. But with the new game coming out, I want to build up to it. So we're going to be starting this stream going over the 4 different endings that we know, which are endings A, B, C, 1, and D1. A1 is Masami and Rina both live. B1 is just Rina lives but not Masami. C1 is Masami lives, Rina falls into the pit. And D1 is Masami dies and Rina falls into the pit. Now, those are our 4 confirmed endings. We have 2 more endings that we have to find. From what I've been told, ending E and F are both tied together, so we'll have to figure out that. I have my own theories as to what ending E is. Ending E might be letting the clock run, so that's what we're going to be trying to do first. Hour 11. Now, I don't even know if this ending that I'm trying to get is actually one of the 2 endings that was described, as the 2 endings that were described are interlinked. There can only be one. As far as I know, there's only one way this can end. No way. Does that mean it's already midnight? What do you think happens now? Is everything going black? What's wrong with my vision? For one reason or another, the corners of Satsuki's vision had begun to darken, and slowly but surely her field of view was reduced to a small cone. It was as if she was staring through a pinhole. Suddenly, an itching sensation sprouted near the end of her spine, just above the tailbone, and it gradually grew across Satsuki's entire back. The sensation then developed into the feeling of pins and needles. It was hard for Satsuki to concentrate. It was the most intense feeling of paresthesia Satsuki had ever felt. And on her back, no less. It was like a million needles poking from under her skin, ready to burst. And then, that is exactly what happened in the very next moment. How else could it be described? Satsuki's back fired millions of needles made out of God knows what from her back, and sprayed the entire hallway like shrapnel from an exploding grenade. If her friends weren't immediately killed by Satsuki's organic artillery, the job was surely finished when their bodies dropped to the ground, lodging the needles even deeper and straight through their vitals. It was hard to say if it was better or worse that Satsuki's vision was so impaired. On one hand, she couldn't see the destruction she involuntarily caused, but on the other, her imagination wasn't so kind to her. What caused her back to explode like that anyway? Satsuki thought to herself. It didn't necessarily hurt, but it certainly wasn't a normal feeling a teenager should be feeling either. Huh. Only slightly bewildered, Satsuki decided to continue her trek through the manor. She stepped over the body of the girl who was once Rina Takahoshi. Only a couple moments before, Satsuki heard gasping. Surely Rina Takahoshi wasn't still alive, right? I guess people have survived stranger circumstances. Satsuki continued in her walk. She didn't really know where she was going, but it was probably best to leave the hallway before the smell got too bad. It was already beginning to become too much to bear, just standing there in place. Something isn't right. Why am I being like this? This isn't me. This isn't me at all. Who are you? Who am I? Here we go. Ah, that sound. It's midnight. What happened next? What? Yuka, where are you going? Come back here! Damn it. Was it always this dark? Oh, all the candles are unlit. There you are, Yuka. What on earth has gotten into you running off like that? Here, take my... What the... When Satoshi finally caught up to Yuka, he found her posted in the middle of the hallway, her back facing him. She was standing as motionless as a statue. With the candles on the wall unlit, Satoshi could only use the dim light of the moon shining through the window to discern Yuka's frozen figure. Something was clearly wrong. Did the darkness scare you, Yuka? It's alright. It's alright now. Just take my hand and we'll be okay. Yuka refused to respond. As Satoshi inched closer to Yuka, he soon realized she was mumbling something under her breath. She stopped the moment Satoshi was exactly 4 paces away from her. Slowly rotating her body, Yuka faced Satoshi as if she was controlled by a remote device. From this angle, the moon's white light couldn't reach Yuka's face, obscuring her thoughts and expressions. Even so, Satoshi could tell something was off. The way Yuka's arms dangled from her torso was foreign to him. Who are you?
Big brother? Can I eat your heart?
Huh? Yuka, what are you saying? You're not making any sense at all. Let's just... Unbeknownst to him, Naomi had moved furtively behind Satoshi and drove a stake she seemingly found lying about into the center of his back. Satoshi contorted outwardly as he feebly attempted to reach his arms around and pull the foreign object out of his back, but was largely unsuccessful. A geyser of blood splurted from his mouth, causing him to choke and then tumble face first into the ground. Satoshi's head landed right next to Yuka's feet and inadvertently splattered a little blood across her white school sneakers. Why is this happening to us? Why would Naomi do this? And why would Yuka let this happen? Were they conspiring against him? For what reason? The only reasonable explanation Satoshi could think of was that these people weren't his girlfriend and his little sister, but strangers who so happened to look like Naomi Nakashima and Yuka Mochida. In a desperate attempt to confirm this theory, Satoshi forlornly scanned the faces of his attackers, but was unable to glean any information from the ground's point of view. When did they swap out of their bodies? And how did Satoshi not notice? Was it during the blackout when Satoshi ran off? Satoshi's hazy mind struggled to make sense of the situation. If no solution could be found, he feared his sanity would be lost before his consciousness. Amidst his meaningless questions, Naomi and Yuka had kneeled beside Satoshi's body, pried the stake from the major rhomboid muscle, and flipped his heaving body over so that he was now facing the ceiling. Naomi and Yuka, no, these body doubles took great pleasure in holding the stake with joined hands and hovering the dull object over Satoshi's chest, right where his heart would be. What were they doing? Did they plan to execute him as the ancient Aztecs did in their human sacrifice ritual? No, that would be ridiculous. What was there to be gained? None of this makes sense anymore. Ignoring Satoshi's wordless pleas, Naomi and Yuka drove the stake in and out of Satoshi's chest an innumerable amount of times. Each time the stake was ripped from his chest, a splinter would be left behind in his chest cavity. Then, when it re-entered, it snapped that splinter in half. The splinters continued to multiply with every repeated puncture. After the 40th stab, the stake was no more, and Satoshi's chest resembled a bleeding, splintered hash. It was as if someone had smashed a pumpkin full of toothpicks with a sledgehammer, silently congratulating themselves on the bloody job well done. Naomi and Yuka happily rose to their feet and simply walked away. As for Satoshi, his corpse was left on the ground. Between each driving of the stake, they had slowed down for him, and the pain never seemed to fade. And yet, in that slow, excruciating cycle of thrusts and extract, he never did figure out what their motive was, or what it was that he did that made him deserve this fate. Satoshi was only able to finally lose consciousness when he considered that perhaps Naomi and Yuka were never replaced, that perhaps it was truly Naomi and Yuka the entire time. Whatever the case, Satoshi will never know, nor will Naomi and Yuka ever know what urged them to commit such atrocious acts. Yeah, that's pretty grisly. So we're gonna go back from the very beginning, because there's something I need to check. Oh, wait. Oh. No, this is just about the combat tutorial. The most obvious ending that I can think of off the top of my head was honestly the timer endings. Even those were those were just bad endings. If we can't find anything, we'll use this as a period to go through ending A. The big difference between most of the endings, of course, is just the dialogue differences. Tsubasumi climbs in and gets stuck. Here's the first point of divergence. And because this is the first point of divergence, we're going to make an additional save, just so that we can make a jump back here.
It's not your fault, Yuka. After the cursed school building incident, we need to be more aware of things like this, okay?
The only reason I'm...
I know. I'm sorry.
There's no need to cry. Let's go find your friends and make sure they're okay.
Okay. Cheer up, Yuka. Your big old sister-in-law's got your back.
We're not even married!
The only reason I'm... Oh god, I'm gonna bully Yuka. The only reason I'm gonna do that is because I don't know what'll happen if I continuously harass her. Problem, I've forgotten the... Pink, green, yellow, red. Hey, buddy. Masami lives. Just a little smoky, a little ashy. Hey, look at him.
So, oh,
With the first checkpoint done, we can make an additional save to go back for the ending C1. I can speak, I can English, I swear I can. I guess Mocha was technically right about those two endings being intermingled, intertwined, interlocked, whatever the fucking phrase is.
Whoa, hey, over here.
Alright, so this is the first
Hey!
difference.
Satsuki! And everyone else!
So, this is the first difference that we are going to be encountering.
Satsuki!
Since Masami is
You
alive,
guys are okay.
we're going to be seeing their reaction to Masami just, being all dirtied up, rather than him being dead.
Why is Masami so dirtied up?
Quite literally the words that she said, I guess.
Oh, you know Masami. Always getting into tough spots, right? Just was stuck in an incinerator. What a silly character he is, right, Ukes?
Oh, just, stuck inside the magical incinerator that will keep melting you for all eternity.
Incinerator? Hey, what the hell are you thinking? What exactly has happened on your side of things?
That's besides the point. We've got bigger issues inside this manor. We've already faced off against these, well, monsters covered in black sludge.
Monsters?
No way.
Now,
You guys don't
endings...
seem too shaken up, though.
Let me see. Endings A and B... No, endings A and C1 will both have this
Power stone
exact...
really works.
This,
So we're able to defend
the
ourselves.
same exact discussion.
Wait! Why are you guys surprised? Are you telling me
Whereas endings
there
B
aren't any
and D1
monsters
will have
on
two
our side of the
will have a
matter?
different discussion.
No. We haven't seen anything like that over here.
I knew it. Since Masami is with us, I knew his churlish vibe would attract bad things.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, but the Power Stone really works, right? Everyone should be safe so as long as you are aware of your surroundings and have each other's backs.
Yes,
Do
yes,
not
yes.
forget that.
But what I was trying to say earlier was that, yeah, this stone keeps us safe. But what about you guys? What happens if the monsters start showing up over there?
We don't talk about that.
We'll be fine. Trust us. We've been through something.
The
like
real
this
monsters were inside us
before.
all
Even without
along, weren't
Power
they?
Stone, don't worry, Sugimura. I'll keep you safe.
Weren't they, Naomi? Weren't they, Yuka?
Well, alright then.
You two know what you did.
On to the matter at hand. You kids haven't found a way into the dining room, have you?
No, we'll try looking harder though. There was one lever we found in the manor that didn't really change anything. Maybe there's something in that.
One lever in the manor that didn't really change anything.
Don't look so discouraged. Just being able to see each other in this spot is extremely helpful. So let's keep at it, yeah?
Okay.
Stay safe, and please, for the love of God, act smart. Be observant and think. That's all it takes to get out of here.
Okie dokie, boss.
Why did you say it like that?
Huh? Say what like what?
You can't just call a woman boss like that.
Sure you can.
I called Satsuki chief earlier. What's the big deal?
That's different. You barely met Nakashima today. Have some respect.
Ow! Stop poking me.
Next, we need to go about collecting a few items. I'm still really curious about how those played out. How those bad ends played out. Those weren't... Well, nothing in Corpse Party is normal. Why the fuck would I think that anything in Corpse Party would be considered normal? But even for Corpse Party standards, that was peculiar. Fuck you, Martuba! If I had to hazard a guess, it could be darkening. Alternatively, it could be something else. But there's no way to know. Okay, so we're gonna leave Yuka behind. I don't even know if this has any, Satoshi, we shouldn't leave... I wonder. I don't know, I'm doing good, I think. You are doing good. I'll be back soon. Okay, please hurry up. I honestly wanted to... Okay, so I can't just abandon Yuka. That was another theory I had, is that I could just abandon her to the Martuba as he passes by. But, apparently we can't do that. I'm glad that they actually did think this far ahead in the game to like what players could potentially do to screw with like the system. The initial Corpse Party 2 Satsuki's Heart trailer involves Satsuki asking Yuka, "Yuka, can I eat your heart?" Normally I wouldn't think twice about that because it's fucking Corpse Party. But in the context of this demo, Satsuki asks, not Satsuki, Yuka asking that question leads me to believe that something else happened.
Hey, wait a sec.
Alright, here is difference number 2.
Oh, God. What's that awful smell?
It's just a hole. Filled with dead monsters?
Look, across the pool, there's something over there.
The only way to get there is by walking on this thin-ass plank, though. Couldn't they have made it a bit wider?
Who exactly are you talking about?
The people who made the plank, duh!
Even if one of us were to go across, the plank is so thin, we'd need the rest of us to keep it steady. So, who's the lights of the four of us?
I can clearly tell you who isn't.
Yeah? And who would that be?
I think I'm...
Wait, I got it. I know how to figure out the lightest person. Suki-chan! We gotta arm wrestle!
Huh?
Look. You and I arm wrestle first and see who wins. Whoever wins, then picks up Rina and Mizuhara and determines who was harder to pick up.
Aye.
That's such a roundabout way to go about it. The one time your brain decides to work overtime and it comes up with that?
Hold on. I think Masami might be onto something. His idea is as stupid as it gets, but at least it's funny.
Oh yeah? You're forgetting one crucial part, genius. The Power Stone? If you two arm wrestle...
So the difference between ending...
end up in a tie.
Let's see. Between ending A and C1 versus B and D1 is that this does not
the way
happen.
The Power Stone seems to work is that it equally distributes power among the four of us whenever we expend ourselves over what we're normally capable of.
You're not really humoring this.
When we fight those monsters, we always take turns and attack one at a time. That way, when we use our attacks, the potential power is always maxed, since the Power Stone isn't distributing energy between other people at the same time.
Satsuki? Please, tell them they're being ridiculous. There has to be...
So what you're saying is, what if Rina and I pushed against the wall with all of our might, therefore using all of the Power Stone's energy at once? As we're doing that, the two of you arm wrestle without being affected by the Power Stone.
Yes, that's it!
Rina, let's get to pushing this wall.
No! Oh, what has gotten into all of you?
Don't worry about it, Rina.
Oh,
It's all fun games.
So Masami ended up being the stronger one. Isn't that interesting, Rina?
What is that supposed to mean? No offense, Sugimura, but I could have told you Masami was the stronger one from the beginning. He gets into fights all the time at school.
Only in self-defense!
Sure.
So you've noticed Masami's strength, huh, Rina?
Isn't this the part where Masami has to pick us up?
Me first!
Sugi-chan, Rina, push on the wall. I'll pick up Mizuhara.
Ow! You didn't have to drop me like a rock.
Okay.
Well, who was easier to pick up?
Huh? It was... I forgot. I wasn't really paying attention.
Good boy.
Ah! Again?
Ah, so it was Satsuki. and you're sure of it.
Yeah. Walk the plank, matey.
Satsuki, you're doing great.
The hole doesn't even look that far down. I just don't want to fall into that sludge with the rest of the monsters.
Go, go, go.
I made it across. Huh? What? No, no, no. They dropped down from the chute?
Hold the plank steady, guys. I'm going across.
Right! Be careful!
Hey, over here! I almost fell over. I have to be careful. Here they come.
Okay. Yes! Okay. Ending A is now secured. Huh? What just happened? Oh, I think I understand what happened. It might be because... Alright, let's try that again. Okay, so it was just a bug.
Oh, we did it. Oh my god, we actually did it.
Rina! Thank you for saving me.
I didn't technically save you, but you know what? I'm glad you're safe, Satsuki.
What about? Seriously, great job, Rina.
Yeah, that was badass.
You really think so?
Aww.
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks, guys.
Anyway, this is what we picked up from the other side. Yeah, here.
There's a small object wrapped in journal paper. Green jewel was obtained. This journal paper. So it is true? Alright, so we pretty much secured ending A at this point. But with ending A secured, that just means that we have 3 more endings to go over. 3 more endings to reach. Still strange that we did encounter that bug though. Big brother, you hold it. Score. Ah, dang it. Don't worry, ladies. Ensure safety. Thank you, big brother. Wait a minute, that was different. That was actually different.
Satsuki! Hey, I think we found our way into the dining room.
So I guess your interactions with Yuka do add up.
Before we say anything, is everyone alright? How are you guys holding up?
It's been relatively smooth sailing, I think. What do you guys think?
What? I almost died. Hello? In that pit room?
Huh?
You were just walking the plank, matey. The pirate's life is a dangerous one.
That's not even funny. And what's wrong with your eyes? Why are you blinking so aggressively?
I don't know how to keep one eye closed.
Hey! This isn't some little romp, okay? Don't let that power stone distract you from the fact that we're in actual danger. This isn't supposed to be fun.
I thought it was funny. I'm just glad everyone is okay. I was really worried.
We were worried about you too, Machida. I'm happy to see you healthy.
So what was it that you wanted to show us, Satoshi?
Right. We found this key. It has the same design as the dining room doors here. Huh. Not only that, We've seen some other doors on our side with the same exact pattern. I wonder if these keys mean anything. There's so many strange symbols in this place.
Satoshi, do you mind if we use the key to explore some of the doors we just saw? Just want to get them out first.
Yeah, sure. We'll give it to you in a second. I want to be prepared entering the dining room as well.
Thanks! Let's hope we can get out of here soon, yeah?
So if you do bully Yuka, apparently there is actually different dialogue that happens. I didn't actually think that was gonna happen. Okay. I just want to do a quick once over of the place. They mentioned that they saw a door, but as far as I remember, there were no other doors. Yeah, let's secure ending A real quick.
Whoa! Who's there?
What's up with these hooded figures? They ushered us in and now are completely still.
Phew! Took you all long enough to arrive. Was it not clear that it was urgent? Seriously, when are we going to update that welcome letter?
Now, who the hell do you think you are? What is wrong with this place?
A lot.
And what is everyone wearing? This trend must have flown over my head.
Who are you? Why do I feel like I know who this is?
Me? Well, I'm Magari Mizuki. I guess you could consider me your host for the evening.
Yes.
Aren't you tired? Hungry, perhaps? Please, have a seat. We have prepared a meal for you, Satsuki.
Me? A meal for me?
Satoshi, I have a bad feeling about all of this.
Damn it. There's no place to run. Maybe.
What about the Power Stone? Can we use it to fight our way out of here? Naomi, hold my hand, please.
Don't make me look stupid, servants! Sit them down in their respective seats.
I'll have to bully Yuka some more on a different run. Lined up on opposite sides of the long dining room table are the middle schoolers and high schoolers, the only exception being Satsuki, who was given a single seat at the tail end, directly facing Magari's throne. Satsuki in particular was escorted to her seat by the two hooded men flanking her sides, though it felt more like she was a victim led by two executioners to a guillotine. And speaking of the men, wasn't there something strange about the way they walked? Satsuki thinks to herself as she idly waits in her seat. The man on the right seemed to have been deliberately avoiding stepping in between the floorboards, at least at first. However, Satsuki noticed this pattern was broken every 4 steps when it appeared the man had no trouble stepping on the cracks, as if it never bothered him in the first place. No, it wasn't that the pattern had been broken, but it was actually part of a bigger, more unusual pattern. Satsuki was able to discern it when the man on the left began walking. For every 4 steps, the following 5th step would be on the floorboard line. Then, after taking 5 steps of avoiding any cracks, the next 2 steps would be on lines and the sequence would repeat. How strange, Satsuki wondered to herself. It isn't until the men post themselves in the back of the dining room that she notices the arrangement of her seat. Satsuki's seat was the real locus. It was only natural that it felt as if all the attention was concentrated to herself. But why? Why is it that the moment she entered the room, she felt the gaze of Magari before she had realized what was even happening? Even now, as Magari stands up, about to speak, is her gaze still locked onto Satsuki.
You. Set down Satsuki's plate.
Yes, madam. Why me? Do I really know her from somewhere? The hooded figure jerks at the sound of Marguerite's command, yet complies. He stalks out of the dining room, only to return seconds later, holding a silver platter with a large dome cover, setting it in front of Satsuki.
You see, everyone.
Inching toward the anxiety-ridden Satsuki, Marguerite never comes close to breaking her line of sight.
What's happening in this manner is research. What I hope to accomplish in this manner is human immortality. Under this dome cover is the fruition of our research. What you call absurd and impossible is lying in wait on that platter.
The platter, it's sitting in front of Satsuki, and it's all that she can stare at as Marguerite speaks. She doesn't even notice Marguerite encroaching from behind, setting her slender fingers on the back of Satsuki's chair. It isn't until Marguerite's uncanny, elongated face is reflected on the shiny silver dome that Satsuki sees the devilish intent behind the funhouse mirror projection. Although Satsuki can no longer see Marguerite's face clearly from this position, she knows Marguerite is right up against her ear now. She imagines her tongue to be like that of a serpent when she whispers,
Why don't you see for yourself, Hadoué?
just before the synapses in Satsuki's brain spark to yield an answer. Marguerite swipes the dome off the platter. The guillotine falls, breaking the connection between Satsuki's brain and her sense of reality.
What?
The smell. It is as if every rotten disease known to this world had coalesced under this silver dome for the past century. The potent fumes assault Satsuki's nostrils and trigger her gag reflex. Satsuki barely suppresses the urge to vomit. On the plateau rests Satsuki Mizuhara's heart and both her large and small intestine. Speaking with a silver tongue, still mere centimeters from Satsuki's head, Marguerite offers no words of comfort as she explains.
I wasn't able to preserve them quite well, but that's not really the point. These were taken from your body 1 year ago.
Huh? These disgusting things are mine? They're from my body? You're joking. You must be joking, right?
These were taken from me? No, that can't be right, she thinks to herself. It was easier to believe that these were the harvested organs of disease-ridden livestock, or that they came from the many shambling monsters wandering the manor. There is no possibility that such foul masses can come from any healthy human body, right? And yet no one answers. Dead silence. The only movement found to answer Satsuki's pleas are Marguerite's hands. They swiftly place themselves across her chest. From there, the lack of any trace of something resembling a heartbeat breaks Satsuki's consciousness. Had she not been surrounded by friends, this blow would have surely shattered her sanity. As Satsuki's vision darkens, Marguerite's final word reaches her brain like a surgeon comforting a patient succumbing to anesthesia before surgery.
Don't let this breakthrough go to waste, Satsuki Mizuhara. Will you do your best to not become another hopeless experiment?
And that's ending A! But now, we go back. Alright, let's start heading towards ending C1. Come on. Let's tango. Oh yeah. That's more like it. There we go. Rena was defeated. Before Rena can even scream for help, one of the monsters has already knocked her off her feet. She flails wildly to retain her balance, but it's no use. Rena has already lost her equilibrium and drops like Tupperware, set far too close to a table's edge. Careening backwards, Rena reaches out as if there was an imaginary lifeline, only to plummet into the dark, viscous substance at the bottom of the pit. Had she landed on a solid surface on her back, Rena would have surely shattered her spine and become crippled. Instead, Rena was lucky to have landed into what felt like a huge wad of used chewing tobacco, which is also very disgusting. The black saliva drenches Rena's body completely. She even imagines cursed enzymes within this black mud beginning to break down her natural elements as her skin wears a sensation she has never felt before in her life: decay. When the substance seeps into her skin and finally her eye, Rena has a seizure. There's no way to describe it. Rena's brain is flooded with dozens of different emotions all at once. It was as if her brain had been probed with 137 needles, all drip feeding her brain with unfiltered black sludge. In Rena's mind's eye, images flash in her head associated with various emotions. An image of the moon appears. Rena feels anxious. An image of Masami Shirakami appears. Rena feels disgust. An image of Satsuki Mizuhara appears. Rena feels... She feels...
Rena!
This poor child.
We're here. We got you out of the black stuff. Please, snap out of it.
I...
3, 2, 1.
Gross.
Thank you guys for saving me. I don't know what happened.
Sugi-chan and I defeated the rest of the monsters and used some nearby rope to lasso you out. Like cowboys.
Really?
No. I jumped in using a loose board so I could avoid touching the black stuff. Then I held you up so Masami could pull you through. I climbed out myself.
It was that shallow? Satsuki, sorry for throwing up in your lap.
Don't worry about it. I also tried drying your clothes when you were knocked out, but I don't know how well I did since I couldn't exactly take them off you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Did we end up finding what the item was?
Yeah, here.
There's a small object wrapped in journal paper. Green jewel was obtained. This journal paper. So it is true? Yes. Pick it up. No other choice. Well, we don't have much choice, Yuka. The dining room doesn't have... Doors have this same exact carving, and that's our destination. If it makes you that comfortable, let's make Naomi hold it. Huh? Me? Nuh-uh. That's on you, Satoshi. How about it, Yuka? Who do you think should hold the key?
What?
Big brother. You hold it. Score. Ah, damn it. Don't worry, ladies. I'll hold it and ensure you're safe. Thank you, big brother. Here's the next...
Before we say anything, is everyone alright? How are you guys holding up?
Here is the next divergence.
We've been doing good. Rena's just had a little swim, that's all.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't worry about it. I'm fine, and that's all that matters.
Okay then.
So what was it that you wanted to show us, Satoshi?
Right. We found this key, and it has the same design as the dining room doors here. Huh, not only that, we've seen some other doors on our side with the same exact pattern. I swear to God, if there are more doors I have not been seeing. I wonder if these key designs mean anything. There's so many strange symbols in this place.
Satoshi, do you mind if we use the key to explore some of the doors we just saw?
Yeah, sure. We'll give it to you in a second. I want to be prepared entering the dining room as well.
Thanks! Let's hope we can get out of here soon, yeah?
By the way, Rena,
What is it, Yuka-chan?
is your arm okay? You've been scratching it a lot. I have some lotion if that'll help you.
Oh, I didn't notice it. But yeah, you're right. My arm is pretty itchy. I'll be okay. Thanks for looking out for me, Yuka-chan.
I bet it's cooties. Don't touch me.
Cooties aren't real, you idiot.
Oh, so cooties are fake, but straight up magic is real?
What? I don't even...
I can't really argue with that.
Hmm? Now don't touch me.
You're the worst.
Whoa! Who's there?
What's up with these hooded figures?
Phew! Took you all long enough to arrive. Was it not clear that it was urgent?
Oh, it was
Seriously,
plenty clear.
When are we going to update that welcome letter?
I love the fact that this implies that they've used this welcome letter before.
Who the hell do you think you are? What is wrong with this place?
And what is everyone wearing? This trend must have flown over my head.
Rina Takahoshi, right? You were the one who fell into that black mud.
Huh?
I wonder, what sort of effects will it have on your body with these special properties of yours?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? Why do I feel like I know who this is? It's freaking me out.
Me? Well, I'm Magari Mizuki. Aren't you tired? Hungry, perhaps? Please, have a seat. We have prepared a meal.
Me? A meal for me?
Satoshi.
Damn it. There's no place to run.
Don't make me look stupid, servants! Sit them down in their respective seats.
Alright. We can pretty much skip most of this.
You. What's happening?
Most of this is the same.
This stone cover is the fruition.
The platter. It's speaking from. It's, oh, she gets.
Why don't you see for yourself, Haruo?
Now, this is also another divergence. Oh, nope.
What?
These
Huh? You're...
I know that in one ending, she addresses Haruo. Alright. Alright, that's ending. That's ending C1. Continue. Now, it's time for us to get dark. And I mean dark. Are you ready to see someone burn alive? This is gonna get really depressing. And I say that.
Do you guys hear that?
It sounds like groaning. Don't tell me. A monster is trying to attack the incinerator?
Let's hurry.
The incinerator shutters are open. Where's the monster?
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Satsuki is the last one to notice. The terrified cries from Rina and Sugimura, standing side by side next to Satsuki, ring in both her ears like a mono speaker. There, with the two incinerators' doors slid completely open, and the arm is the arm of a thoroughly seared mass of flesh hanging over the side of the incinerator, stuck to the metal like the prop of a bad Halloween decoration.
Masami!
Before any of the students can rush to aid their charred friend, a weight of Masami's twisting body rolls itself through the opening, causing him to spill onto the floor unceremoniously. Like a neuronal branding iron, the sight is etched and imprinted into each and every one of the poor middle schoolers' brains.
Ah! Oh my god!
Rina recognizes her own handkerchief fused into Masami's face. It was hard to distinguish if that was impeding his breathing, or that it was his lungs were already damaged from the incinerator. Or maybe from the ash? The smoke? The heat melt his lungs. No, if that were the case, then his heart would already be...
Rina! Can you use her healing magic? We have to save him. There's monsters coming this way. But Kiki and I will hold him. Please, just save him.
Sorry about that. Kneeling over Masami's twitching body, Rina has no idea where to begin. Masami weakly reaches out to her, perhaps hoping that she will be his salvation. That only causes the flesh on his arm to slide clean off the bone like well-cooked pork barbecue. Driving emotions and thoughts about how similar the smell of burning human flesh is to barbecue. Rina steels herself as best she can. She casts the first healing spell on Masami's abdomen area. Little did she know how cruel and torturous her first real lesson in healing magic would be. It was not as simple as casting a simple spell to relieve temporary pain, for this was all Rina was familiar with up until now. When Rina notices that her spell seemingly had no effect on Masami's condition, she begins to panic.
Why? Why isn't it working? I'm doing everything right. I'm sure I am. Please, work! For God's sake, work!
Rina's brain frantically searches for an answer. She can't waste all of her mana at once. If she does, then Masami will truly be beyond saving. Instead, Rina thinks to herself, what if she casts the spell with the specific injuries in mind, healing him piece by piece? And for a second, Rina thinks she has the right idea. Once she instead focuses on healing the left melted eyeball that was completely removed from its socket, she manages to repair it to its original shape. It's still removed from the socket, but seemingly healed nonetheless. But how long can she keep this up? Rina knows nothing about the intricacies of severe full-body burn wounds. It would be impossible to heal the trillions of damaged nerves, every impairment and every mar, both internally and externally, individually, and yet she still tries. However, no matter how many spells she casts, Even with this new method, nothing seems to work. Rina's healing is always undone as soon as she moves to a different body part. It was as if there was an internal lighter inside Masami's body, constantly reigniting a constant fire, melting whatever progress Rina made.
Why? Why? Please, God, let me save him. Ah!
Just how long did Rina fruitlessly try to save her friend? It's not until Sugimura puts his hand on Rina's shoulder that she realizes that Masami has been dead for the past hour. Masami is dead. Rina failed.
Did you finish what you wanted to say to him?
Let's barricade the door so that nothing can get inside and bother him.
Just leave him there?
Don't be ridiculous. When we find our way out of here, we'll take him with us. Let's fight, so that Masami can get a proper send-off.
A proper send-off. What will his parents say?
Absolutely nothing.
Our classmates.
Absolutely nothing.
I just can't. I just can't bear the thought of seeing all their faces.
I know, but we have to, don't we? We can't do anything but move on. I know that feeling.
Why is it that I don't feel any strong emotions? What is wrong with me?
Probably
No
lie.
matter how badly I want to cry for Masami, I can't. I'm unable to.
Satsuki, I'm sorry. Let's move on, okay? I want to see if the others are okay too.
Before Satsuki left the room to barricade it for the foreseeable future, she grabbed the shiny object that was still clenched in Masami's sticky fist. Nuggin Yeb key was obtained. So that was the first divergence from endings A and C1. Next comes the divergence for... Next comes the difference between endings A, C1, and B and D1.
Hey, there you guys are.
Is there something wrong? Are you guys okay?
Huh? Wait. Where's Masami? Did he go somewhere?
This can't be happening. I don't want to do this. Yuka.
What is it?
Masami is...
Well, it's just that Masami went to the bathroom.
Yes, totally, Rita, yes.
Rina?
He was too impatient and couldn't wait till we found him a bathroom, you see. So, you know, he insisted that he went in a corner. And that's when we heard your voices down the hall. Don't know how long Masami will take, though.
That's besides the point. You haven't encountered any monsters, right?
Monsters?
No, we haven't seen anything like that over here.
But you guys don't seem to be injured or anything. Is the Power Stone keeping you safe?
Masami is by himself right now?
And there are monsters?
Didn't you guys say that there were monsters? You shouldn't leave him alone like that.
Poor thing.
You're right, Yuka-chan. We shouldn't have left him.
Something is seriously wrong. What happened to Masami? Did a monster attack him?
Satoshi, how do you want to handle this?
If something is seriously wrong, what should I say? Maybe if we move on from the subject and make them feel a bit comfortable, they'll open up about it. I can't demand an answer from them. They must already be going through a lot. Probing them won't help anyone. Well, until Masami comes back. We found the dining room, at the very least. We must be getting pretty close to reuniting, right?
The glaring issue is that it's locked. Satsuki, have any of you found a way to get inside?
A way into the dining room? I can't say we found anything like that.
We'll keep looking around. Maybe there was something we missed.
Maybe we can ask Masami if he's seen anything like the design on the door when he comes back.
Masami isn't coming back, is he?
He is!
Rina?
Rina, it's okay. We have to tell them. Everyone deserves to know.
What happened? Take your time.
Masami is dead.
Huh?
How did we let this happen? The entire reason we came along was so that everyone could be safe. So why? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it all!
Satoshi.
We never should have come here. What were we thinking? We got lucky the first time, and we ruined it.
Yes, you really shouldn't have come here.
Satoshi, stop that.
I'm sorry.
Let's regroup with the kids. Giving them some time to themselves was a good idea, I think.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Masami is really gone.
I'm sorry, Victor.
At any rate, the dining room, our goal, is just beyond reach. We can't give up now.
Right. From here on out, make sure to be very careful. While getting to the dining room is a high priority, your safety is more important.
Yes.
Consider every possibility. Talk it out and be smart. Got it?
We understand. And Machida-san, you'll keep Yuka safe, right?
Don't worry. I'll do whatever it takes to keep her safe.
Well, okay. I trust you, Machida-san.
Are you guys ready to get a move on?
Yes.
I know that Yuka has special lines for this, but I don't know if Naomi has special lines. We'll be going over Yuka's special lines in the next one. Yuka. Hey, Yuka, can you stand right here for me? Okay. Thanks, Yuka. Naomi and I will be right back. Huh? Satoshi? Huh? Satoshi? You can't be serious. After what she's been through? Wait, No! It's okay. Really, I'll be fine. Yuka? Alright then. We won't be long. Satoshi, let's go. How are you holding up, Yuka? I'm doing good, I think. You are doing good. I'll be back soon. Thanks, big brother. Can I? Satoshi! Big brother? Did something happen? I was starting to worry. Ah, don't worry about it, Yuka. I was just a little distracted, that's all. Okay. What? Something dropped next to my feet. Blue jewel was obtained. Okay, so Naomi does not have a special line that she says, other than like just chastising Satoshi for leaving Yuka behind, which honestly is a very fair thing to do, considering, you know, Yuka's friend literally just died. When you're in the next divergence. And I completely forgot to save.
What do you think is a cross?
Whatever it is it really worth walking across that plank?
Absolutely. If it's the key to the dining room, we have to at least try, right? There's nowhere else to search.
What about this? Who is the lightest of the three of us?
I think I'm the lightest. Irina's about 45 kilograms. I'm only 36.
I'm kind of alarmed that she knows that.
You remember my gym physical results?
Well, I don't know if remember is the right word. I just kind of know for some reason.
Creepy. She's like, Satsuki.
Are you comfortable going across, Satsuki? Let's see. What if I hold the plank steady as you walk across? And if anything goes wrong, Rina could be your backup. I'll make sure to reinforce the board with magic. That way, you'll stay sturdy even in the middle parts of the plank.
When you put it like that, yeah, I can do it.
Honestly, even if Rina does fall in and we
Doing
do
great,
get locked into
Satsuki.
ending
Don't
D1,
let up.
I won't be
The hole
upset.
doesn't even look that far down. I just don't want to fall into that sludge with the rest of the monsters. I made it. Huh? What? No. They dropped down from the chute?
Hold the plank steady. I'm going across.
I've got it. Be careful.
Hey, over here! Whoa. I almost fell.
Alright, let's do this. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're locked into ending B.
We did it. We actually did it.
And now we're locked into ending B,
Rina!
so...
I didn't technically save you. I just took some heat off you. Regardless, I'm really happy that you're safe, Satsuki.
You did amazingly, Rina. Nice work.
Thanks. Really.
So this is what we picked up from the other side. Yeah, here.
Green jewel was obtained. Okay. Now then. Cock. Alright, next we need to just restore a little bit of... Alright, let's finish this off. And we're on our merry way. Alright, equipment. Now we can just go drop off our items. Pick up the gem. And we'll be on our merry way to see what ending B is. Just let me... There we go. Ending B. Here we come. Oh, what was it? Okay, so that's what that says. Nene. No bad touch for you. Oh, I forgot to grab the yellow one, huh? Okay. Go. Andale, andale. And now we combine them to make the rainbow gem. We have our rainbow gem. We can go give it to Satoshi. Trade items. Swap parties. Now that you mention it, hey, maybe it isn't such a good idea to stare right at it, don't you think? Huh? Right, sorry, I guess the thing is pretty freaky, huh? I'm scared. Don't worry about it, Yuka. Dining room doors, have to sign on them, okay? It's just a key for crying out loud.
Satsuki. Hey, I think we found our way into the dining room.
Why so surprised?
Before that, how's everyone holding up?
Better, I think. As best as we can feel, at least. Yeah, I get it. We're doing alright ourselves. It's good to know that, at the very least, we still have each other.
So what was it that you wanted to show us, Satoshi?
Alright.
Satoshi, do you mind if we use the key to...
Yeah,
So,
sure.
the divergence here
Thanks.
is very
Let's hope we can
minor.
get out of-
The divergence here is very minor compared to, you know, the other ones. Alright, let's go in. There's no voice line. Who's there?
What's up with these hooded figures?
Phew! Took you all long enough to arrive. Was it not clear that it was urgent? Seriously, when are we going to update that welcome letter?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do I feel like I know who this is?
Me? Well, I'm Magari Mizuki. I guess you could consider me your host for the evening. Aren't you tired? Hungry, perhaps? Please, have a seat. We have prepared a meal for you, Satsuki.
Me? A meal for me?
Satoshi.
Damn it. There's no place to run.
Naomi, hold my hand, yada yada yada.
Don't make me look stupid. Sit them down in their respective seats. Oh, one of you is missing. You lost one of your own. Isn't that right, Rina Takahashi?
Here's the divergence.
You!
I remember now. Masami Shirakami burned alive in the incinerator. And your Tilda trying to save him. It was embarrassing. That incinerator has magic reignition properties, you know. The thing is meant to completely incinerate and destroy anything that gets put in there, magic or not.
Stop. Stop. Please. No more.
What hope could you, an amateur, have at saving him? stuff dripping out earwax? Or his melted brain?
Good question.
Shut your mouth! Shut up! Yeah!
I still think that line, like, the execution of this could be a bit better. Personally, I feel like that scream could be her lunging at Magari.
Sit them down, servants. We're just getting started.
Alright, so now
You.
this is where things start getting lined up with the other endings.
What's happening in this manor?
But there should be a small divergence just ahead. Oh! Naomi is the first to rise from her chair and slam her hand on the table before anyone is able to follow suit. They immediately stop by more hooded figures entering the dining room.
Under this stone cover is the fruition of our research. What you call absurd and impossible is lying in wait on that platter.
Isn't it? That was a divergence I didn't even notice before. And let's see. The other one. Harue? Who is this? This line.
What?
That is the other divergence. Which I feel like in the ending B and D1 route, we will get more answers to Harue.
I wasn't able to preserve them. These
Huh?
Let's see. Satsuki knows, after witnessing the cruelty of her friend's death, she has no reason to doubt or reject these horrendous claims. What was meant to be a fun little romp at a spooky abandoned manor, instead only served severed Satsuki's umbilical cord to the mother known as Innocence. Instead, a spider's thread of a hand connects Satsuki to the world of the insane. It's Magari's hand, and it's placed upon her chest. From there, the lack of any trace of something resembling a heartbeat breaks Satsuki's consciousness. Had she not been surrounded by friends, this blow would have surely shattered her sanity.
Don't let this breakthrough go to waste, Satsuki Mizuhara. Will you do your best to not become another hopeless experiment?
I swear, the more I hear that, the more I'm just gonna be able to go through it and just recite it. Alright, so now we can add ending B. Whoops. Ending B. Unlike endings A and B, ending D1 will require Rina to fall into the pit, just like with ending C. But we're also going to go over another divergence, the Yuka divergence. Naomi, would you mind standing on the spot for a moment? Yeah, sure. You think of something? Yeah, I'll be right back. Don't worry. Is everything good? How's Yuka? I'm fine. Really. You don't need to worry about me. Thank you. You're really strong, you know that, right? I'll always be here for you. Thank you. Big brother? I just don't get it. Huh? What do you mean? I don't have a lot of talent, and I'm not very useful. All I do is drag people into trouble. I try my best to be mature and put myself out there, but it never works out for me. I always go back to asking people for help. So why is it I'm the one who gets to live? Yuka? I think about the girl in red's sad story all the time. And now Masami? He didn't deserve any of that. So how come I'm so lucky? I just don't understand it at all. Big brother. Is this how Yuka feels? Just how oblivious have I been to not notice that she hasn't been the same since returning from that cursed school. Now one of her classmates is dead. The whole reason why I came along was to keep them safe. Yuka, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm just more of a burden when I talk about these kinds of things, right? You're wrong. Just how long will it be until I can go back to normal? Why am I such a burden? Aren't experiences like that supposed to make you more brave? Is it just who I am? Will I forever be like this, big brother? No, stop saying that, Yuka! No one deserves any of this! I'm the one who failed you. I'm the one who failed Masami. I was supposed to protect everyone. That's why, brother, you should probably hurry up. Naomi must be worried. What? Hey, brother? You're right. Let's go, Yuka. Hey, what was with the holdup? You weren't planning on getting rid of me just yet, right? It was nothing. I was just talking to Yuka, that's all. Oh, okay. Huh? Something just appeared at my feet. Blue Jewel was obtained. But yeah, Yuka's monologue about being weak is something I can kind of relate to because, you know, just the constant fear and such. I felt that for a very long time. Granted, I overcame a lot of my fear. Fuck you, Martuba! Well, it wasn't easy. I was afraid of going out and talking with people, and eventually I just decided to do it. Next thing I know, I'm making friends. I'm not saying that it's something that everyone should strive for, or it's something easy. Far from it, it's probably some of the most difficult shit that you can actually do. In the end, it's worth doing. Bitch. Whoa! Alright, now we can skip through most of this.
What do you...
As most of this will be the same, but the last bit of the second to last, well, third to last bit of divergence is up ahead. This divergence comes about when Rina falls into the pit. Hit me. There we go. Before Rina can even scream for help, one of the monsters has already knocked her off her feet. She flails wildly, retaining her balance, but it's no use. Rina has already lost her equilibrium and drops like Tupperware set far too close to the table's edge. Raining backwards, Rina reaches out as if it was an imaginary lifeline, only to plummet into the dark, viscous substance at the bottom of the pit. Had she landed on solid concrete, this is all pretty much the same. But dozens of emotions. Rina's mind's eye, images flash in her head associated with various emotions. An image of the moon appears. Rina feels anxiety. An image of Masami's Shirakami appears. Rina feels disgust. I would think that she would feel despair. Rina!
We're here. We got you out of the black stuff. Please, snap out of it.
Huh?
Yep, there it is.
Gross, gross.
Thank you guys for saving me. I don't know what happened. I thought for sure
Satsuki had to kill the monsters, and I tried my best to get you out without getting dunked in myself. Satsuki had to help me out later, but we did it.
Really?
Satsuki, sorry for throwing up on your lap. Thanks for saving me too.
Don't worry about it. I also tried drying your clothes when you were knocked out, but
I appreciate it. Did we end up finding...
yeah, here.
Green jewel. Keep. There's no choice. Well, we don't have much choice, Yuka. Dining room doesn't have... If it makes you that uncomfortable, let's make Naomi hold it. But... I completely overlooked that before. That Yuka actually steps up to take it.
Satsuki? Hey, I think we found our way into the dining room.
Before that, how's everyone holding up?
I had a bit of a blunder, but I'm okay now. Thanks to Satsuki and Sugimura, I'm safe.
Ugh. You shouldn't have to go through this. I'm glad you're ultimately okay, though. Let's keep this up, yeah?
Right. So what was it that you wanted to show us, Satoshi?
Go ahead and show them what we found, Yuka.
We found this strange key. Oh, that design.
So, we're finally
Satoshi, do you mind if we use the key to explore some of...
Yeah, sure. We'll give it to you in a second. I want...
Thanks! Let's hope we can get out of here soon, yeah?
By the way, Rina?
What is it, Yuka-chan?
Is your arm okay? You've been scratching it a lot. I have some lotion if that'll help you.
Oh, I didn't notice it. But, yeah, you're right. My arm is pretty itchy.
You sure? It looks really irritating. I'm sure. Maybe I can mess with my healing magic and relieve it a bit. Okay. Alright, ladies and gents. Time to access ending D. D1. Who's there?
What's up with these hooded figures?
Phew! Took you all long enough to arrive. Was it not clear that it was urgent?
No, Marguerite. It was never clear.
Seriously, when are we going to update that welcome letter? Rina Takahoshi, right? You were the one who fell into
Here is the last of the divergences.
I wonder, what sort of effects will it have on your body with these special properties of yours?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? Why...
Me? Well, I'm Magari Mizuki. I guess you could consider me your host for the evening. Aren't you tired? Hungry, perhaps? Please, have a seat. We have prepared a meal for you, Satsuki.
Me? A meal for me?
Satoshi.
Damn it. There's no place to run.
Big brother, I'm scared. There's another divergence.
Look stupid, servants! Sit them down in their respective seats. Oh, one of you is missing. You lost one of your own. Isn't that right, Rina Takahoshi?
You!
I remember now. Masami Shirakawa
Ah, yes.
burned alive in the incinerator. And your attempt at trying to save him? It was embarrassing. That incinerator has magic reignition properties, you know. The thing is meant to completely incinerate and destroy anything that gets put in there, magic or not.
Stop! Stop! Please! No more!
What hope could you, an amateur, have at saving him? Now spell to Masami Shirakami's head and bursted his eardrum. Was that goopy stuff dripping out earwax? Or his melted brain?
Shut your mouth! Shut up! Yeah!
Sit them down, servants. We're just getting started.
Let's see. No exception being Satsuki. Satsuki's seed was a real locust, yada yada yada. Why is at this moment...
You. Set.
Yes, madam. The hooded figure jerks the sound of Marguerite's command, yet complies. He stalks out of the dining room and returns seconds.
You see, everyone. What's happening in this manor is research.
The words take moments to burrow within everyone's heads before they can only be rationalized internally as the ramblings of a madman. And yet the supposed madman spewing such nonsense is only a woman talking so delicately, so serenely, so serene, as one would approach their sleeping pet so as not to disturb it. Naomi is the first to rise from her chair and slam her hand on the table. Before anyone else is able to follow suit, though, they immediately assault by the hooded figures entering the dining room.
The stone cover is the fruition.
Harue?
What?
And with that, we reach the conclusion.
Wasn't able to preserve. These were taken from.
Huh?
Huh?
These disgust.
It was easier to believe. Yep. Despite this, Satsuki knows after witnessing the cruelty of her friend's death, she has no reason to doubt or reject these horrendous claims.
Don't let this breakthrough go to waste, Satsuki Mizuhara. Will you do your best to not become
gonna-
another hopeless
Gonna launch GIMP while I... there we go. And that is ending D1. I need... let's see, a shape tool. It's gotta be a shape tool. Oh, I could use a pencil. Let's use gray for this. Shall we? And there we go. The map. As it is currently. We'll start off with endings A and C1. A and C1's at, let's see, A plus C1, B plus D1. For ending C1, A and C1, we have, of course, let's see, a lighter tone. Lighter tone as Masami is Savat. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Satsuki does not acknowledge Haruwe. Let me see. Yuka doesn't mature. Let's see. Let's see, what else is there? Ugh! Hi, cat. Let's see. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. That's pretty much I can think of off the top of my head. I noticed that there were more differences in, like, in this side. Of course, endings A and C1 are going to have their own little tiny differences, including Rina falling into the pit. There we go. If I had to think, with Masami around, the whole mood is just lighter. Let me see. That is something that also does happen. Naomi becomes more protective of Yuka. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of off the top of my head of, like, the main differences for the both sides. Of course, there's the additional sides of, like, ending C1 has, let's see, Rina falling into the pit. Ending D1 also has Rina falling into the pit. Ending B has Masami dying. Same for ending D1. But really, those are a given. These are more observations that are detailed, of more layered. But there is one thing I do also want to make note of. This is kind of like a mystery in a sense. We don't know what we're going to be encountering in the full one. But we can at least start listing things off. So that's the difference between endings A and C1 and B and D1. Going forward, next week, I will be covering Corpse Party Rebuilt. I will be covering the different endings. Well, I'll start going over different endings, the different routes, and the differences between all of them.